Welcome to Your Holistic Connection. My name is Melissa Tripp. I'm the president of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce of Sioux Falls. And today I'm joined with Lisa Nafziger, owner of Peak Performance Counseling Center. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, we are so excited. So I wanted to bring Lisa on. There is a lot of options out there, and I think all of us, especially over this last year, are starting to learn how important our mental health is, right? But there's a lot of different options out there for mental health, and I think it can be confusing for myself included, who we should go see. And, we got psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, social workers. There's just a lot. So can you explain to us, you're a social worker, correct?
Yes, I am a social worker.
Okay, so tell us why you're different. What does a social worker do?
So I think the really unique thing about social work is we focus on what's the acronym PIE, P-I-E. And what that stands for is person and environment. And how that differs from some of the other professions is that we look at the entire person. So we look at the physical, emotional, and environmental factors of the person. So we look at the psychological things that are going on for that individual, the environmental factors that are going on for the individual, and the emotional part. When we meet with individuals, we kind of look at everything that's impacting that person's environment, whether it be housing or finances or relational issues, not just the individual that's in their office.
That's so cool. So you kind of take more of a whole body approach.
Yes.
To mental health versus just like, I'm stressed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you kind of get to the, why are you stressed? What's going on?
Yes. I like to call it peeling away the layers of the onion.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So kind of like, what was that movie? Shrek?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So our social workers are Shrek people. Got it.
There you go.
Cool. So tell us a little bit more about you. So you have some pretty awesome emphasis that you do. So you don't necessarily, you'll treat anyone, but you work more with kind of severe cases.
Yes. I've been in the field now for 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah, long time. And in that time period, I've kind of found that I have a certain niche. So I tend to work best with people that have severe trauma histories. So I have been working in community mental health for a long, extensive period of time. I did in-home family therapy for a long period of time. So my background is heavy in trauma, and I have an emphasis in military practice. So I was a former military spouse, have been through deployment, reintegration, and some of the hiccups that come along with that. Highly involved in the military.
Thank you. Well, I think, we definitely have a very wide variety of veterans in our area, and I'm sure that they're super thankful to have someone at their fingertips here like you that can emphasize in what they've been through. You get it, right? But something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily realize is PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, isn't just a military thing. Can you shed some light on that for us?
Right. There's a lot of things that can result in trauma responses, right? So if you're in a severe car accident, if you're in domestic violence situation, a lot of childhood experiences can result in long-term trauma impact. So a lot of times people will come to me in their adulthood after they've had their first or second child and come in presenting with symptoms, not really understanding what they're dealing with, maybe sleep issues or issues within their relationship. And after talking about some of their, again, childhood experiences or family of origin experiences, we find out that they actually had some pretty traumatic events that occurred in their childhood or in their young adulthood.
So you don't necessarily have to be a veteran to have PTSD.
No.
What are some of the common symptoms or signs, which I know they can be vast, right? What is maybe some of the things that you see in your patients that have PTSD that are very common?
I think a lot of times by the time people get to me, they're having some pretty negative responses in their relationships, some deterioration in their relationships. Sleep issues are really common. Problems at work, chemical issues are a lot of times a result.
Like self-medicating?
Yeah, self-medicating with chemicals.
Anxiety?
Anxiety, yes. I also treat people with severe anxiety disorders. That tends to go hand in hand with PTSD and trauma histories.
Well, if any of those things sound like you and you are looking for someone to help you in a whole body approach to your mental health, reach out to Lisa. She's the owner of Peak Performance Counseling Center. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
605-271-0603 is our contact information.
And then do you accept insurance?
I do.
So if you would like to see Lisa and you're not sure if your insurance will cover her, the best way for you to find that out is to actually call your own insurance plan. Lisa does accept most insurances, and she would look forward to seeing you in her office if she can help.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today, Lisa.
Thank you.
And if you need information on Lisa and any of our members for the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, you can go to sfholistic.org and you'll find our member directory there. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.